We can also join this data, which is not a simple array, but there is an array of object. So whenever your data is not simple array of numbers or simple array of text, but it is combination of text as well as numbers which is stored inside an object, in that case also we can bind the selection with the help of data join. Say for example, an array is containing array of objects. The array name is cities, and this array is denoted by this opening and closing square bracket. Within this square bracket, an element is not a value directly, it is an object. So an object is denoted between opening and closing parenthesis. So first element is an object, second element is also an object, and third element is also an object. Within an object, first parameter or first property is name. Name is Asia, and second property is population. Population is 96,74,000. For second object, first property is name, which is Europe, and population is 84 lakh and 6,000. Third object, first property is name, that is America, and second property is population, which is 42 lakhs 93,000. I can associate or I can join this array of cities with circle. So I will simply write selection S, that is variable S is equal to d3.select all circle and S.data cities. Now this data of city, first object is bound with first circle, second complete object is getting bound with second circle, and third object will get bound with third circle. Here, modification of element is based on joint data where D is representing joint object, not a single value. Let me show you this in code window. I will open up a new file. Say this is my new file which is having only 3 circles, and data over here is so here variable cities is an array of object. This is my first object, this is second object, third object, and so on. Now here I select all these circles. There are basically 3 circles are there. These 3 circles are selected with d3.select all circle and storing this selection in a variable S. Now I am binding the selection with cities array. That's why I write selection, that is S.data cities. Now whenever I write down function of data, whenever I do S.attr, that means if I change to if I want to change the radius of circle, I must change S.attr of r, which is function of data. Now here previously we were only written D. In that case, D is nothing but first element in array. Now here as you can see, an element, first element in array is not a value, it is an object. So here D is an object, so I cannot return value D directly. Instead, I must have a size of my radius of a circle which is equivalent to population. So instead of writing D only, I will write period sign and I will write population. So whatever the population is there will get as a size of radius of a circle, because it is an attribute associated with selection and selection is ultimately associated with circle. So here as you know the population is 96,74,000. So that size of circle radius might be very big for us to display. So let me scale it down, or I can multiply these values, or I can divide it by say 10,000. So if I divide this value by 10,000, or say let me divide these values by 1 lakh. So ultimately I will have 2 and 3, yes, 1 lakh. So we will have output as 96 for very first value, for second it would be 84, and third it would be 42. That is what how it will look like. I will call it as a city join HTML. Okay, so this is how my radius will get altered. Now, in order to set another attribute, I can simply keep on setting it with the help of period sign. Yes. Next attribute that I wish to change is the center, that is the center of X. That is, I want all these three circles must be in some same line. So only value of X must get changed. Again, it is function of data as well as index. For first circle, it must be less displaced. So I will simply return index plus 1 multiplied by 100. This is same as our previous example, nothing has changed. And the next attribute that I wish to add is, say, y value. This cy attribute, which is, say, for example, 100 pixels away. Save this document, open this document in Chrome. Now as you can see, these circles are very overlapping. I must get separated down. So I want to displace them more. So I must here, instead of dividing it by 1 lakh, let me divide it by 2 lakh. So the radius will get smaller. Yeah, here. So let us inspect this elements. Now, if this element window within an SVG, first circle is having radius of 48.37. How this radius is coming from? For first data, that is D dot population. D is nothing but first object. So within D, for population is used using period. So population, whatever value is there will get divided by 2 lakh, and whatever value will be there will get set as a radius. Similarly for second object also, and for third object also. So in this way we will have different radiuses, and center of circle is always getting displaced at a location of 100 every time, and y attribute is same. So this is how we have combined our array of object with using data join to an elements of SVG. Now we must consider when our array objects are not equal to our SVG elements. Say for example, there are more array elements as compared to SVG elements. Say there are only 2 circles but data is for 5 to 7, and or I can say data is very less as compared to SVG elements. Say for example we have tens of circles but data is for only 2 elements. So in that case, we must use of enter and exit method along with data method that we are going to cover in our next video. Thank you everyone for watching this video. This is Munira Topia signing out.